So let's continue this scenario. The retard bully walks over and sits down at your table. You're in the library. And the retard bully walks over and sits down at your table, slamming its book bag down and sighing loudly. You attempt to ignore them and continue working on your project. They don't take anything out, and all they do is sit there, burning holes into you with their eyes until you glance up and see them glaring viciously at you. Still, you attempt to ignore them and you go back to your work. They nudge the table, and you look up again and see them glaring at you. What? They bug their eyes out at you. What is your problem? So you decide the best thing to do is to remove yourself from the situation, so you pick up your things and you move to a different table. A few minutes later, the bully takes a look around, gets up, and crashes down at the table you moved to. The ancient librarian posted at the front desk is oblivious to all of this, focusing only on her little task, which is the sign-in sheet or whatever. What is she going to do anyway? After all, it's a free world. The bully can sit wherever they want. They could stalk you if they feel like it. After all, it's your problem if you don't like being followed around and stared at. So you decide to take your things and go outside to the student courtyard. After a while, the bully reappears with a couple of their friends. They stand directly across from you and begin to laugh and gesture at you. You continue to ignore them until one of the bully's friends walk over, standing right next to you, and begins throwing a football up in the air and catching it. He is getting closer and closer, and whoops, he loses control of the football, and it crashes into your science project. Hey, after all, he didn't mean to. He was just playing football, all innocent-like, and he missed the catch. No big deal. They don't know what the target is getting all worked up over, a simple mistake. Do you see where this is going? Now imagine a police state. A Vatican-run police state with millions of moronic bullies at their disposal. Imagine the mental state of someone who has to endure this wherever he or she goes for years on end until they finally stand up for themselves, let the bullies have it, and then get hauled off to jail as all the bullies say, "We was just standing here minding our own business when this kid all of a sudden goes apeshit on us. We didn't do nothing officer, honest. We got all these witnesses around who say the same thing." The name of the game is to get you to respond to them on any level so that they can work on you. They harass you continuously, and when you say, "I know what you're doing and I want you to stop," they will play dumb or begin to gaslight you. Wait, I'm just sitting here. What am I doing? I'm harassing you? What are you, crazy? How am I harassing you? Staring at you? No, I'm not. Prove it. It's a free country. I could stare at you if I want to. Or they might begin laughing hysterically at you getting worked up. Bullies always enjoy the same routine, ganging up on someone, stalking them, and either scaring them or eliciting an emotional response or a physical one. And this goes beyond standing up for yourself and punching a bully in the jaw. These are cowards, an army of weasels who can't wait for you to act violently toward them in a social situation so they could call their enforcers to haul the bad guy off to jail. This is group stalking using gaslight techniques. And the only way to battle this is to get a camera and catch them in the act and reverse it all on them. I'm recording you? No, I'm not recording you. The camera isn't recording. The light? Yeah, I'm watching a video. What are you, paranoid? If you don't like my camera, get out of here. Gaslight them right back. Play stupid right back at them. Get them to act poorly on camera. You will succeed because you are the intelligence. They are the weak-minded scum who has to get told what to do every moment of every day. They are the compartmentalized, federalized scum who are useless in the field and thinking on their feet. So now I have a couple of examples I want to show you. The first was when I was walking out of a grocery store. I don't have the beginning of this on video. but there was an operative in a truck, and he looked like he was passed out in his car. His neck was bent forward, almost leaning against the steering wheel, and I thought for a second he might have been some sort of drug addict passed out in the parking lot there. So I get in my car, and I go to drive when he suddenly jerks up and accelerates to cut me off. I have to slam on my brakes, and then I wave for him to go in front of me. He then becomes irate and shouts for me to go first. So then he could, guess what? He can now tailgate me and follow me in his truck wherever I go. So I grabbed the camera, and please be careful while you are driving. Have the camera ready, but always focus on the road because they have caused so many car accidents, it's scary. Stay calm, don't forget to breathe, and if you need to get your camera ready and it's down in the case, in the back seat, or in the freaking glove compartment, do it at the next red light or at the next stop sign. Take your time. Do not let the bully rush you. Deep down they are cowards, and you are the teacher. You call the shots. They are just a tool between you and your enemy, the Vatican CIA commander. With these plants, with these operatives, it's not personal. These people don't even know your name. They don't know your website. They don't know anything personal about you. They get told what to do by their commander, who stays out of sight. If they are doing gestures or reacting to you in a way that you think is personal, it's them just following orders. They don't know anything. It's a freaking idiotic job for these morons. So I'm going to roll the clip now.
Okay, do you guys know who you work for? Do you guys know who you work for? You guys know who you work for?
Who do I work for?
You work for the destabilization of America.
Who's that?
Yeah, who's that? You know what destabilization means, sir?
Don't I need to get paid more than
Yeah, there you go.
So this guy thought he was being real funny. He wants to play stupid, and he's so good at playing stupid, he has no idea what destabilization means. I had another guy at a fast food counter who played stupid with me. He couldn't get the order right. He couldn't press I wanted a Whopper and fries. He couldn't get that right. And when I mentioned the federal government, he had no idea what the phrase federal government, what do I mean federal government? He never even heard of federal government. That's how good he was at playing stupid. They are buffoons. So this guy in here in the truck here, he doesn't think he gets paid enough to harass the citizens of America. If I talk to his destabilization commander, let him know that their little moronic shock troops require more money. Yeah, what a champ. So this next clip is at a restaurant. As you guys know from my previous posts, I was prevented from traveling to see my family for about 4 months in a scam that I documented. And this is our first meeting in a diner. And we plan to meet there, and they position these scumbag derelicts at that restaurant who did nothing but sit there and stare at me and my children while flicking their arms at us continuously, as though they had Tourette's syndrome. They ignored each other. They never even had a word to say to one another. And they would make these flailing gestures with their arms until I turned the camera on them and basically told them to stop. They then thought this was very funny and again began the gaslighting process.
They're very interesting looking over here and stuff like that, so yeah. Every time I look over, you're looking over here.
Who's looking over here?
You guys.
You have two cute little girls. I apologize.
I enjoyed the penguin question. Or the crying baby.
Oh, they want attention? I'm giving them
The
attention.
youngest girl is stronger than you as well.
Oh, my youngest girl is stronger than me. What does that mean?
Well, you arm wrestled and obviously she beat you.
Oh.
John.
Well, we're having fun, aren't we?
John. John.
What?